The host knelt beside him and softly asked his name. With a shy smile, the boy answered in a gentle Filipino accent. He explained that he was blind. He had been blind since birth. The audience fell silent. You could feel the shift in the room, the kind that happens when people realize they are about to witness something real. When asked where he came from, the boy said he grew up in a small village in the Philippines. His family was very poor. His father worked irregular jobs, and his mother stayed home to take care of him. Music, he said, was the only thing that made him feel free. He couldn't see the world, but he could hear it, and through sound, he imagined colors, faces, and dreams. Simon Cowell leaned forward, his expression serious but curious. He asked the boy why he chose to sing. The child paused, took a breath, and said that when he sings, he forgets that he is blind. He forgets that he is poor. For those moments, he feels equal to everyone else. The audience was already emotional, some wiping tears before the performance even began. The judges asked what song he would be singing. The boy replied with a classic, emotional ballad, one that speaks of longing, love, and faith. A risky choice for someone so young, but his voice was calm, confident, and full of sincerity. As the music started, the first note he sang was soft, almost fragile. But it was pure. There was no doubt, no fear in his tone. Each word carried weight far beyond his years. The room became completely still. You could hear a pin drop. His voice slowly grew stronger, richer, filled with emotion that felt lived, not learned. The camera cut to the audience. Grown men and women were crying openly. Some held their hands over their mouths in disbelief. Others closed their eyes, letting the sound wash over them. This was not just a child singing. This was a story being told through music. When the chorus came, something incredible happened. The boy lifted his head slightly, as if looking beyond the lights, beyond the ceiling, into a world only he could feel. His voice soared. It wasn't loud, but it was powerful. Every note was controlled, every emotion honest. There was no imitation, no trying to impress. It was simply truth. Simon Cowell's eyes filled with tears. He didn't try to hide them. He took off his glasses and looked down, clearly moved in a way rarely seen. One of the other judges whispered, "This is why we do this show." The song continued, and with each verse, the boy poured more of his heart into the performance. You could feel his life in the lyrics. The struggles, the nights without electricity, the days when food was scarce, the moments when people pitied him or ignored him. And yet, there was no bitterness in his voice. Only hope. As the final note faded, there was a brief moment of silence. A deep, heavy silence. Then the entire auditorium exploded into applause. Everyone stood. A full standing ovation. The boy stood still, unsure of what was happening, until the sound surrounded him like a wave. A small smile appeared on his face, the kind that comes from feeling something beautiful without seeing it. The judges rose to their feet. One judge walked over to the stage, gently taking the boy's hand. She told him that his voice didn't just touch their ears, it touched their souls. Another judge praised his bravery, his humility, and his incredible gift. Then Simon Cowell spoke. His voice was different. Softer. He said he had heard thousands of singers over the years, but very few made him feel something this deep. He told the boy that talent like this cannot be taught. It comes from the heart. And then, with tears still in his eyes, Simon said that this performance would be remembered forever. The audience cheered again. The boy thanked everyone politely, his voice trembling now, not from fear, but from emotion. He said he wanted to win so he could help his parents and build a better life for his family. Simon stood up once more. He looked at the other judges, then at the boy. He smiled, reached out, and pressed the golden buzzer. Golden confetti rained down from the ceiling. The sound was overwhelming. The boy froze, confused at first. Someone explained what had happened. His knees buckled slightly as the realization hit him. He covered his face with his hands and cried. Not loud, not dramatic, just pure, overwhelmed tears. Simon walked onto the stage and hugged him. The audience was crying again. Even the crew behind the cameras were emotional. This wasn't just a golden buzzer moment. It was a moment of humanity. Later, backstage, the boy spoke about how he used to sing on the streets to help his family. People would sometimes stop and listen. Sometimes they would walk past. But he always sang anyway. Singing, he said, was his way of praying. As the episode aired around the world, millions watched. Comments flooded in from every country. People said they were inspired. Parents hugged their children tighter. Some viewers said they had lost hope, but this boy reminded them that strength comes in many forms. The boy returned in the live shows, stronger, more confident, but still humble. He continued to sing not for fame, but for love. Each performance carried the same honesty that first brought him to that stage. His story became bigger than the show. Charities reached out. Schools offered support. His family's life changed, but he remained the same gentle soul who believed in music more than anything else. This is not just a story about a blind singer. It's a reminder that greatness does not come from comfort. It comes from resilience. From choosing light even when you live in darkness. If this story touched your heart, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful moments like this. Let us know in the comments how this performance made you feel. And never forget, sometimes the brightest stars are the ones who have never seen the sky.